Why changing your story is so important. I talk about stories all the time when I am teaching you guys how to manifest. And I really need to get you guys to understand that the first step in what I teach is changing your story. If you don't change your story, you are still running the old story. And what happens when you run the old story and you try to create something new? We're going to talk about that today. This is Susie, your beautiful swan queen. Welcome back to the garden, my beautiful ducklings. Subscribe, smash the like button, share my videos. I would greatly appreciate it. So what does the word story means? It means that you are creating something and telling it. Simple. You're creating something and you're telling it. So let's think about some famous stories. We all know Susie loves Lucifer. And Lucifer is an amazing Netflix show. It's actually been, season 5 is supposed to come out, and now season 6 they have signed for. So I get 2 years more of enjoying the series Lucifer. But Lucifer's always telling a story about how God, his dad, is messing up his life. We do the exact same thing in our reality. So you're manifesting something and you want to change it. You're talking about how you need to manifest something, how you need to change it, your doubts, your lack. When is it going to happen? When is it going to show up? Does this mean I planted the seed? Does this mean I dug up the seed? All of these things are stories. And here's the thing. Law of attraction, Neville Goddard, and everything in between calls it a different name. So I call it a story. But is it vibration, vortex, energy, 3D, 5D? I mean, it doesn't matter what you call it, state, it's all the same. And when you change that core story from struggle to thriving, from I don't have to I got it, I have it, you are looking at flipping your reality. The thing is, 95% of your day, you are walking around telling a story. And if you look at what I teach, stories are entertaining. So the Disney princesses, a lot of women watch it because they're entertaining. The girl meets the prince. Chaos. They get back together and live happily ever after. So you are telling a story of, I met this guy and now we have all these problems and I'm trying to manifest him back, but you haven't gotten your happily ever after. It's because you are still in the chaos story. And that chaos story dictates everything that's going on in your reality. So if I am talking about radio silence, no contact, I have to manifest this person back, they don't like kissing me, they are disrespecting me, they're ignoring me, I don't care how many different ways you say different things, you're running this story 95% of your day. And the 95% of your day that you are running this story, you're saying, oh, it doesn't matter because I said once, or maybe a dozen times, he's married to me. So when you are manifesting, you have to start with the story you want to create. So I want to be married to Jared. You guys pick your name because I always tell you, first thing, you want a specific person, say their name. If they are a doctor, they have a military title, a policeman's title, they have a PhD behind their name, they are a congressman, a senator, an actor, an actress. Say their name with their title because you need to be specific about saying their name, because I know personally at least 3 Jareds. I've worked with a dozen more Jareds. So that means I know 15 guys named Jared. So if I'm saying Jared and I want a specific one, I have to say his full name. So when you are creating your story, I say to make it short. So in this case, you want a specific person. My husband is Jared. There's your short story. My husband is Jared. I am married to Jared. I'm happily married to Jared. I have an amazing marriage to Jared. My husband, Jared, and I have an amazing relationship. You are creating a one-sentence story. Why? One-sentence story is something you can easily repeat on the fly. It's not something you have to pick up a book and read. It's not something you have to go to your journal and read multiple times a day. It is something that you can easily remember, and you can snap your fingers and it pops into your head. You think about him, my husband Jared. You are driving down the street and you're bouncing into the radio and you're singing along and they pop into your head. Oh, my husband Jared just drove by. Hi, babe. Simple, quick, easy, and effortless. I tell you guys not to have conversations with them, because if you're having a conversation, is it actually your imagination that is creating your reality, or are you daydreaming? Because if you're daydreaming, you're not feeling it real. And your imagination doesn't know the difference between your daydream and your reality. The difference is daydreams never come true. Reality and feeling it real is what is taught does come true. So if you are literally just walking around and you are changing the words to the song Jesus Loves Me to Jared Loves Me or Jared's Married to Me, you are putting that out to the universe. And when you are putting that little short story out to the universe, they're going to do it. But when you mess it up with the balcony scene in Paris, where you are scripting words that they wouldn't say into their mouth, and you are solely focused on this balcony scene, but then the rest of the day, you are cooking dinner and you're having a conversation with them. You are driving in the car and you're having a conversation with them. You are texting your girlfriend and you're imagining you're texting him. You are going to bed at night and you're telling him about your day. You're getting up in the morning and you're telling him what you're going to do today. That is not living from the end. That is living in your head in a fantasy world that you are trying to force to be real, which is why the short story that you can repeat over and over and over again is what I teach. So my husband is Jared. I'm happily married to Jared. And then I can turn this little story into a question. Why do I have a romantic relationship with Jared? Well, he's bringing me flowers. We're always surprising me with little gifts. He sends me romantic poems through text message or email. He has candlelight dinners for me. He will even do a candlelight breakfast for me. He draws bubble baths for me, and it's got the candles and the flowers and the little soft music. He is always whispering sweet nothings to me. That's why we have a romantic relationship. Well, why do we have an amazing relationship? We get along. We can talk about anything. We always discuss everything in a calm, peaceful manner. We can go our separate ways and not worry that he's not going to text me every 5 seconds to let me know what he's doing, because I know he's going to come back and tell me this amazing story about his day. I don't need contact 86,400 seconds a day. But Susie, love equals respect and attention. So I require texts. I require phone calls. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to text you or I'm going to call you and you don't answer. I'm going to get upset. I'm going to say, well, you know, he always answers my calls or my texts, so he'll get back to me. He's just in the middle of something. I don't like the word busy. He's in the middle of something. When he finishes, he's going to call me back. He's going to text me back. And then he's going to tell me I was in the middle of something. My story. He's always responding. He's always telling me what's going on in his life. He is respectful. But you guys, when you are manifesting, you don't think you have something. So I manifested my favorite body spray from Bath and Body Works. Love this stuff. It is the French lavender honey. I would go in there and they'd say, no, we don't have it. No, we don't have it. No, we don't have it. And I kept saying, when is the new shipment coming in? And they're like, it's out of stock. Well, when is the new shipment coming in? In my brain, I kept saying, well, they're going to get a new shipment. I was telling a friend about it last night. She was online. They still have it in stock. Well, of course they do. It's my favorite fragrance. They're going to have it in stock. But when you guys are telling stories, 95% of your day, you are talking with your manifestation buddy, your friends, your family, and you're discussing all the problems. So you're like Lucifer. My brother is, pompous. My other one is trying to kill the love of my life. My dad is always messing up my life, but nobody really knows what dad wants because dad doesn't answer. And then you have the other sister who sent one of her besties out to be near him because she wanted the two people she loved to be close together. And on it goes along with a murder plot because, she's a detective and she's got to solve crimes. Oh, but wait, God planted her years ago because Amenadiel was sent to bless this family. Get my point? He's telling a story about all the stuff that goes wrong, and we find it entertaining. Think about Everybody Loves Raymond. If that was truly your life, would you think it was funny? Absolutely, positively not. But because it's on TV, we laugh hysterically. Marie is constantly walking in the door, the most inappropriate times. Deborah, you're a lousy cook. You can't even clean the house properly. You don't know how to do laundry. My grandchildren need me because, you're just not. We would go insane if our mother-in-law was really like that. But because it's on TV, it's funny. It's entertaining. Think about that's what you're doing in your life. Because when you're doing that in your life, you're creating more and more of that chaos. But when you change your story and you keep talking about that one sentence and reasons why that one sentence is going on in your reality, you are reprogramming your mind. And it is sinking into your subconscious. And the more you say it, and ask it in a question, it has to show up in your outer reality. So you change your story. My husband, Jared. Why do we have an amazing relationship? Why do we have a romantic relationship? Why do we always get along? And you start giving yourself reasons. Those questions are bypassing your subconscious mind and sinking it in so that you are getting what you want. But repetition is what does it. So occasionally it's once and done. I've gotten coffee. Well, me and my coffee. I've gotten coffee to where I can manifest a cup of coffee within 5 minutes. I have a friend and I taught her my stop phrase. Within an hour, stuff changes. She was coming home from work the other day and somebody was doing something and she was trying to read her book on the bus. And she was like, stop, get off the bus. The bus was running ahead of schedule. It stopped. The next thing you know, the transit police were on the bus and they were escorting this unruly drunk passenger off the bus because he didn't have a bus ticket. This happened within minutes. You want something. You have to stop the old story. You have to stop saying, They're ignoring me. They're disrespecting me. No, I was wrong. They stopped doing that, and now they are constantly reaching out to me. We have amazing communication. Life is going awesome because we are in a fully committed relationship. And the more you say that, you are giving yourself the old story in the past, the new story you want, and you're praising why it happened. It is going to show up in this reality. But you literally must change your story. Because if you don't change your story and you just stop talking about it, it's still running in your head. And then you're wondering why what you want is not showing up. It's because you didn't change that story. Now, we can work on changing your stories. And this week, I can work on a specific person story, a money story, a weight story. I can do a health story if you guys want. I can teach you what you need to focus on to recreate. But unless you are saying stop, that story no longer serves me, or stop, that's the wrong story, and persisting in the assumption that this new story is going to harden into fact, how do you expect to change your life? You want that amazing life? That old crap, that story, that reality is gone. This is the new reality I'm creating, and I'm going to persist in it. That is how everybody who changes their life does it. We don't doubt, we dismiss. We reject. We stop. We say it's not going to happen anymore. But as long as you are talking about the old crap, that crap is in this bubble. And that's the bubble that you are putting out to whatever it is you want. So change your story. Ask better questions and praise the relationship, because that is how you focus forward and redirect to get exactly what you want in your reality. I love you guys. Have an absolutely positively amazing day. Again, subscribe, smash the like button, share my videos, and as always, tell me how what I'm sharing with you is drastically changing your life for the better.